Hey, Aiden Rigg here with Lead Freak Academy. I wanted to carry on from yesterday's topic and kind of refresh where we are and then where we're headed. Yesterday we spoke about the first part of sustainability or selling sustainability. And today we're going to continue on. Now, specifically what we spoke about the difference between market share and profitability. And it's essentially the time or the value or both that you're adding to your customer. So if you are just simply in a transactional sale with your prospect, with your customer, then you're simply dropping a box, they're paying a price. So Amazon is a transactional relationship. Being with Walmart is traditionally a transactional relationship. You walk in, their lowest price, or at least you think their lowest price. You get it because they're low price. They're going to have the inventory. You get the product fast. Or Amazon, low price, you get it fast. You don't have to go shopping. You're getting value in that sense, but there's not a lot of time invested. As you need to move up the ladder, and this is what we need to do in B2B selling. We need to add more value. If we don't add value, then they don't need a salesperson. They can simply just have a transactional relationship, have a website, and go in, sales in, sales out, like Amazon. So as B2B salespeople, as entrepreneurs, as people that are growing revenue for our organizations, we have to be able to add value. And value is added in the sense of the amount of time that you spend with the organization, with your prospect, and what are you giving them in response to that time. So as you invest more time, the customer is utilizing your time. They're appreciating that time. You're giving them something of value, so they're giving you more attention. So the time is an investment of the customer, and the time is the investment of you. And as you move up the ladder from market share or transactional selling up to profitability and creating an actual trusted advisor or an advisor role, insightful to your prospect, then we need to move up the ladder. And in commercial selling and selling cleaning, what we need to do is we need to change the game from here's the product or service we deliver to B players selling green cleaning and helping people be greener, to where when we move up to A players, B plus, A players, A organizations, the A salespeople, what they're doing is they're changing the focus from transactional, from green to sustainability. Right? And sustainability is what your prospects want. They might not even know it, but they want a sustainable position. They want to utilize sustainability in their organization because sustainability reduces a lot of things. It adds value to an organization. So sustainability is the centerpiece or the synergy of the three pillars of sustainability, of people, planet, and profit. Right? So when you are impacting the people, when you are impacting the planet in a positive way, those two things naturally, the outcomes of helping people, improving the lives and the productivity of people, and reducing the impact on the planet, such as resources, things like that. When those two things are working harmoniously, then profitability or more profits is realized by an organization. And when those three are working together, that's how you're going to make a difference in your prospect's business. So we want to recognize that essentially sustainability is about risk reduction, right? Everything about sustainability that I see is about reducing the risk associated with not being sustainable. So you're reducing the risk to the people that are involved in a building, that live in a building, that work in a building. You're reducing the risk to the planet by reducing the impact, reducing water consumption, reducing energy costs, the risk. And those two risks, people and planet, produce better profits, more profitability for an organization. And so when those three pillars of sustainability are working together, what we're essentially doing is reducing the risk associated to the organization and to our customers. So we want to take our customer from being transactional to green to ultimately to sustainability. And that's not something you do in one swoop. It's something that you work towards. And so when you are working towards it, then you always have a reason to be in front of your customer. And you help them move up that ladder, up that grid to being full with sustainability. And then when you get there, you're still always managing new issues, new outcomes, new potentials, new problems. So it's not like you ever fully get there. You are working with them. But it's your insights, your values, your value that you give them, that the organization takes or receives, and in placement of that, they buy your products or services. So they don't buy your products and services because your products or services are better than everybody else's. They buy your products or services because the value you add helps them with their organization. Okay, so we need to recognize that to think that we can clean better than somebody else is subjective, right? And your customer's not going to believe that. They might believe it after you've done it for a while, what have you, but they're not essentially going to believe that. What you need to do is change the game. You need to show them another opportunity. They think of you as cleaning. They think of you as just, make it look good, make it smell good, and make my tenants happy. And you are going to show them the things that you can do that you can help them add value and profitability and reduce expenses to their organization. So that's what we're really talking about. And so to carry on from yesterday's topic, we're going to look at the acronym, right? II term W. It's the easiest way to remember. And today we're going to talk about improved productivity. So improving productivity is one of the ways that we add profits to an organization, right? There's revenues and expenses. And so II is improve, you could say improve or increase productivity. So how do we improve productivity? How do we increase productivity? Through sustainability, through cleaning. How is that achieved? Well, that's what we're looking at. So increase productivity. Now, it is said that when you have sustainable cleaning practices, green cleaning practices in an organization, that you can improve productivity substantially by anywhere between 30 to 150%. You can reduce that turnover. So when you can reduce that turnover, one of the things that you do is you improve productivity because people are they think better. They're in a better environment. There's more. The air is better. There's no fragrances bugging them. There's no indoor odors or any of the three pollutants we talked about earlier. Particulate, VOCs, or microorganisms that are floating around to make us sick or make us ill or make us foggy and brain fog and all these things. So when we have an environment that is clean and fresh, when we have proper filtration with the HVACs and all these things, when we're stopping dirt from coming into the building or minimizing the dirt that comes into the building, what we are doing is we are eliminating the causes and the effects. And when we eliminate the causes and effects that impact our health, we improve productivity. Now, it's said that you improve productivity by, on the low end, 2%, on the top end, 8%. So the improving productivity is absolutely substantial to an organization. Think of it like this. Think of it as if you improve the productivity of every person by, let's just say for easy math, 5%. Let's just say that it's 5% by having these practices. And we know it's low on low end 2, on the high end 18. So if your payroll is $1 million a year, and you improve productivity by 5%, well, what is that impact, right? It's substantial. It's 10% would be 500. 10% would be $50,000, so $25,000. You're adding in extra productivity costs. You're increasing productivity. So you're reducing the expenses. You're getting more out of your employees, more out of your team by having a fresher environment. So that's important to recognize. Now, equally, when you have an environment that is clean and fresh, and people and you're reducing the microorganisms properly, and you're removing VOCs, and you're eliminating or removing particulate, one of the outcomes of that is reduced absenteeism. And absenteeism is a huge cost in an organization. Just think for a minute how the cost of someone being absent. So if someone's absent for, let's say, a day or two, their workload, what they're supposed to do, isn't getting done. If it is getting done, someone else is carrying that workload, so now their productivity is going down because they're carrying more work. So absenteeism absolutely is impactful to an organization. It really hurts the organization. If you have someone, as an example, that sells for you and they're sick for 2 days and they can't make those outbound phone calls, and they think of the impact that has on potential customers being in the funnel and moving those people along, it can really stall things. And then they get back to work, and it takes them a couple of days to get back in the rhythm of things. So the more you can keep people at work and productive and happy, the more productivity, the more profits you're going to make. That's why organizations like Google and places like that have, try to make you so you never leave work by giving you free lunches and haircuts, and your dogs can come to work and all these things, so that you're there, you're present, you're more productive, you're happy, you have friends, you're playing foosball with them and stuff like that, and you just have a better environment and more impactful. So the other thing is improved learning. When you aren't feeling well, when you're feeling sick, when you're in an environment that you're not as focused, your improving goes down. Your ability to absorb information goes down. And in fact, the outcomes of improved productivity from a learning perspective is as much as 46% with math scores and 26% improvement with reading scores by having a clean, sanitized environment, reducing absenteeism and improving productivity, improving learning. So these are the outcomes that are realized through having a clean, sanitized, healthy work environment. Not just cleaning for appearance, but cleaning for health. Now, finally, is improved health. Right? When you're in an environment where you have fresh air, you have a better airflow, you don't have things that are making you ill, like fragrances or odors or microorganisms or VOCs, you feel better. And when you feel better, you work better, you're more productive, you're more present, you're not absent, you're more engaged. So all of these things impact productivity. And so productivity is one of the outcomes that you can really, really help your prospects improve. And when they can improve productivity, when they can improve the performance of their employees or their students or what have you, it's actually impacting the profitability in a positive way for them. And so you are now having a different conversation with your customer on productivity, as opposed to we clean and this is what we do. The cleaning is what you do. The outcomes are improved health, improved productivity, increased revenue, as I spoke about yesterday. So if you found this of value, we have a free course. It is, the link is below. That course focuses on 3 things. It focuses on getting leads, it focuses on engaging leads, and it focuses on closing leads, right? So a lead is someone you can sell to. An engaged lead is a prospect. Right? They're engaged. They're having some type of communication with you. It might be conversations. It might be clicking emails. It might be watching videos of you. It might be reading a report from you, what have you, but they're engaged, right? That is a prospect. And then we need to convert them from prospects to customers. So get the leads, engage the leads, convert the leads. It's free. Click the link below, or it's leadfreakcleaningacademy.com, and I'll see you tomorrow where we continue this conversation.